Good morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told out of Voices Radio. So today, we need to take a little bit of a look at celebrations. And, well, I'm not entirely sure celebrating is exactly what we need to be doing today, and for that, I can only apologise. Because you see, ladies and gentlemen, more and more celebrations products seem to be getting delayed. I've got a bunch of examples I'm going to share in this video, but I also want to caution against overreaction. Because yes, there are a bunch of delays. Yes, some people are having their orders cancelled entirely. We're going to talk through all these stories. But we're also going to remind ourselves at the end, as we've done in a bunch of videos lately, and given a bunch of the comments I get, I think it's important to keep doing this, remind ourselves that the Pokemon Company have shown us pretty gosh darned clearly that they are going to keep reprinting this stuff, and it is almost certainly going to work out fine. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I told you about a couple of my orders from Smiths, and now I'm a big fan of Smiths, frankly. I order from Smiths. Now, don't get me wrong, as I've said many, many times before, you should go to your local game store wherever possible, and I am fully aware it is not always possible. But where it is possible, you should head on over to your local game store. So, I do where I can, but with celebrations being as it is and allocations and all of that, I have been using Smiths when the pre-orders go up to try and make sure I've got some stock. And unfortunately, I got an email from Smiths telling me that my Elite Trainer box has gone and been delayed, which is sad. Instead of coming out in October, on October the 8th, it is actually coming out sometime in November to December. And I got a second email telling me that my collector's chest has gone and been delayed and will be delivered sometime between November and December. Although, as a side note on that one, I have been able to get a pre-order in for that Prime Collection at Game. Yeah, it's an Amazon exclusive called the Prime Collection, but in the UK it's exclusive to Game. Go figure. And incidentally, anyone in the UK saying that Celebrations is impossible to get hold of, that pre-order was up for hours and hours and hours. It did not go away quickly. And I've tweeted about a few, again, I can't talk for outside the UK, I've been really tracking in the UK, but as it stands, ladies and gentlemen, in the UK, there have been multiple opportunities where Celebrations, not everything, not like Elite Trainer boxes, unfortunately, but where plenty of products have been available for quite a while before selling out. And that does essentially have the collector's chest in it, so if I've pulled everything I want to pull or the pull rates are too low, then I could actually cancel that when my Prime Collection comes. We'll have to wait and see. But an interesting thing happened this past week. While I was putting my kids to bed, I got an email from a lovely friend, and they basically said, "Hey, Wassy." Oh, they didn't call me Wassy. People generally don't in the real world, but that would be weird. So they were like, "Hey, Wassy, have you seen that over on Nintendo? It's all up for pre-order." Now, unfortunately, the only product I really wanted was the one with a big Pikachu figure, and unfortunately, I was too late for that one, and that's a little bit sad. But there were still a few things available to pre-order, but I'd already had pre-orders up, so I didn't bother. Again, though, they had products that were available for pre-order, so if you're in the UK, there isn't much excuse. There have been plenty of pre-orders out there if you've been paying attention. But there was something a little bit weird about them, and the weird thing is that even the products, which are supposed to be being released on the 8th of October, were not being listed for the 8th of October. They were, in fact, being listed for the 22nd of October. In fact, as I sit here at the moment, and I know it might not be exactly what you're looking for, but as I sit here recording now, they've actually got pre-orders still open for the mini tins, the Dragapult collection, and the pin collection with Zacian Level X. Those are available still to be pre-ordered over on the Nintendo store for RRP. So again, if you're in the UK, just putting it out there. But if we look at the Dragapult box, you will find that it is being listed with a release date of the 22nd of October. And I told you this before, the release dates go as follows. Everything on the 8th of October except the VMAX Premium Collection with the figure is the 22nd. The Ultra Premium Collection is the 22nd, and the Collector's Chest, as far as I'm aware, was never actually given an official date. which means that Nintendo has done one of two things. Either they have listed it with the wrong release date, which could happen. There are two release dates. They could have put all of them on the latter by mistake. It is possible. Or, and I think this is by far the most likely scenario, is what they've actually done is they've listed it for the 22nd because they ain't sending them out till the 22nd. And this is one of those situations where we can all be terribly upset about it, or we can just accept it. Now, as it stands, I have not had any emails from Smiths about any delays, and the pin collection with Zacian I actually pre-ordered at Games. That was the first pre-order I saw, and I'm paying £5 postage, and I could have pre-ordered it somewhere. Look, I pre-ordered it at Game, alright? And I've not had an email about that being delayed. Just the collector's chest and the Elite Trainer box at Smiths. So, what I think is the most likely situation here, and again, I don't know this for a fact, but I think the most likely situation is it's being delivered in waves, and essentially what Nintendo have listed is not coming in on the first wave. But there could be delays. I mean, it's not Pokemon related, but we just had a note this week that the Samus and Emmy double pack amiibo from the Metroid Dread collection is actually being delayed in the UK for a few weeks, about a month, because of a shipping delay. As a side note, if you're into Metroid, those are still available for pre-order on the UK store, so maybe want to get on them sooner rather than later. But my point is, they've been delayed for shipping. It may well be that Celebrations has been delayed as well. But this is not the only story, unfortunately, that I've been hearing. The lovely Primal Lugia, he of Poké Guardian, which is, as we all know by now, a phenomenal website, who has informed me that Top 1 Toys have cancelled all Celebrations pre-orders. Here's what they said. Sorry, dear customer, we'd like to inform you about the status of your Pokemon TCG order. Unfortunately, we are forced to cancel all Pokemon pre-orders due to a worldwide shortage of Pokemon cards. The supplier is experiencing a supply problem. As a result, we do not receive the new stock. What does this mean to you? We will refund your money as soon as possible. Behind the scenes, we are busy getting the stock in. When it comes in, you'll be the first to be informed. This gives you the opportunity to still place the order at that time. And if you've got any questions, get in touch with us. The thing is that Top 1 Toys, being a European shop, it's in the Benelux countries, incidentally, over in the Netherlands, etc. They're supplied by Asmodee, who are the only distributor for the UK, as an example, etc. What this basically means is that there are some places out there that seem to actually be cancelling orders. Now, there isn't really any kind of pattern here. We've just got a bunch of disparate stories. My point is, they are all adding up. And that's kind of the thing. Because what we've got here is Smiths delaying some orders, the Nintendo store putting orders up, but with a release date which is later than we would be expecting, and some European stores cancelling orders altogether. And this is all basically adding up to, as we largely expected, the launch of Celebrations might not go as smoothly as we might hope. Now, at this stage, if I were a more negative, angry YouTube channel, which I think by now you've realised I'm probably not, this will be the point where I would be ranting about how this is unacceptable and Pokemon need to do better and blah, blah, blah. But actually, I'm a realistic dude who taught business for many, many years and kind of knows what they're talking about here. And the fact of the matter is, there are a lot of factors at play. The damn panic is still affecting production and logistics. And honestly, demand for Pokemon cards is about as high as possible right now. Sword and Shield 8, the new set Fusion Arts, came out in Japan yesterday. And this is not the most sought after set ever in terms of hype. Eevee Heroes was a way more hyped set. This is a pretty standard set that happens to have Mew as the cover star, but we're not talking about some all-time set, and Eevee Heroes could legitimately be an all-time set. And I was attempting to do a midnight opening with the lovely Antoine Boulet, as I've done for sets like Eevee Heroes. We couldn't find any cards. Literally could not find a box of cards. And that was for Fusion Arts, which is not that hyped of a set. Now imagine Celebrations. Celebrations is hyped beyond belief, and rightly so, incidentally, because Celebrations looks like it might legitimately be one of the best sets ever in terms of excitement and awesomeness. So you know what? Yeah. It's gonna be sought after. And the orders that people are trying to place, and therefore stores are trying to place, are going to be absolutely huge. So there are going to be some cancelled orders, or some delayed orders. I've had my orders delayed, and again, I'm not talking from some, place of privilege where I'm getting all of my stuff and, nuts to everybody else. I told you, 2 of my orders have literally already been delayed. I have a vague release window, and no, that's not fun, but you know what? I'll get the cards at some point. And I run a YouTube channel, and I do openings, and my openings of new release products nowadays tend to go really well, and you know what? I actually really want to do some openings. And I'm not going to be able to do the ones I want to do, and yeah, fine. It's hurting me more than most people because it's kind of stopping me being able to do my job, and you know what? These things happen, and we can get super annoyed about it or not. But I've given these examples before. When Champions Path launched, you could not find that set for love nor money. And then within a couple of months, you could pick it up below RRP. When Shining Fates launched, you could not get that set for love nor money. I had to call in a favour from a friend of mine that owns a shop, to get an Elite Trainer box on launch. And actually, I can go out today and buy one for below RRP. MSRP in the US. So it's going to keep coming, and it's going to keep being printed. And yeah, fine, it looks like there are cancellations and delays, and I'm going to be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, there are almost certainly going to be more, and they might affect you and they might affect me, I don't know. But over time, we will get more stock, it will be alright. The best I can give you in terms of advice right now is to keep placing pre-orders when you find them, and just chill. And we're going to do a video about this later on, probably next week sometime. Don't pay stupid eBay prices before release. Like, there might be a point where you have to pay stupid eBay prices, and if there is, I'm sorry, that sucks. Don't do it before the set's even released, please. Listen to your old pal Wassy. It's not a good idea. But we'll talk about that more next week. For now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to know what you think about all of this, so let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice, and please be nice. This is one of those videos where I feel like I need to repeat it. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWassy, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCG Radio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all that good stuff, head on over to patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can do exactly that. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.